And there's the Ghost Dragon. We should have the draft starting here momentarily. And here we go. Team Huckin Spears with the first ban. Some good team names here. Huckin Spears, Mortal Esports. I like it. Of course, we are first ban Diablo. I like this. This is something different than the first ban Tyrande or Kilthas I've been seeing a lot lately. Diablo is very scary when played well. A lot of battlefield control and CC power, stun power. He's actually my most played hero in Hero League. One of my highest win rates as well. He's really fun. So in one sense, I'm sorry to see him banned here, because it'd be fun to see him played, but in another, I like the respect ban on the Diablo. Mortal Esports turned ban. Let's see what they pick up. Or pick out, rather. Kel'Thas, unsurprisingly. Don't want that Flame Strike and Living Bomb eating away at your team. First pick here, going the way of Team Huckin Spears. Most teams look to secure high-value warriors or, well, supports. The Tyrande. I was going to say assassins. I forgot about the Tyrande. Can never go wrong with the Tyrande, with the stun and damage amp, even with her recent minor nerf, if you want to call it that, by Blizzard. She's still extremely meta, extremely strong, 100% viable. Her Hunter's Mark trait got a 2-second nerf cooldown, but that doesn't really matter. And we have a nice Muradin Zagara pickup by Mortal Esports. Love those heroes. Always fun to watch. Can make some great plays in team fights. Muradin, of course, being that tanky frontliner with stuns and slows. And Zagara being that pesky laner who can bully out just about anyone. And her creep swarming all over the map. And we have a nice Johanna pickup by Team Huckin Spears for that frontline bully. Of course, you can always do Condemn into Tyrande Arrow. And there we have a Raynor, and now it is Mortal Esports' turn to ban. Raynor, always a solid pickup. Reliable damage, decent survivability, and buffs everyone's attack speed with his W. Inspire. Hey, man. As he likes to say. As he likes to say. I need some water. A Thrall ban on the side of Mortal Esports. I half wonder if they watched my last game where a Thrall did quite a lot of work versus the enemy team. But that being said, Thrall's pretty meta right now. He's considered very strong since the skilling patch changes. He hits like a truck. With Wind Fury, his Chain Lightning build's really difficult to deal with. And there is a Uther ban and a Jaina pick on the side of Mortal Esports. Good stuff. Jaina, of course, providing strong wave clear and strong teamfight presence with her spells that slow and do crit damage when comboed together. Uther will not be Divine Storming or shielding anyone today in this match. After Tyrande, he's probably considered the next highest tier support, although with the recent buffs to Malfurion, I wouldn't be too surprised to see him rise in favorite picks. I think his win rate went up some crazy amount on Hot Slugs already. Malfurion from the buff Blizzard just did on him. Now it is Mortal Esports' turn to pick. What will they be looking here for? They don't have a support yet. I would expect them to pick one up here. Or not. They'll last pick a support perhaps. We have a Lunara. This will be fun to watch. I haven't casted a Lunara before. Obviously I played her, played with her, played against her. And Blizzard did buff her recently, so not too surprised to see her showing up here now that she has a little more health regen. And her poison tick does a bit more damage per level. Last two picks here for Team Huckin Spears. They'll probably be looking to round out their lineup with another melee and another ranged utility or damage dealer hero. They could potentially go for an ETC, although there's a Garma to counter, maybe a Sonya, something double supporty, maybe a Tassadar. Ah, there's the Tassadar, yes! I have been wanting... I wanted a double support comp last game I casted. It didn't happen. I was sad. I think Tassadar's really good on Garden of Terror. His Oracle trait can give great vision. His... Shoot, what's his W called? Psystorm. His Psystorm is great wave clear, including on the seeds. And of course, he can spam shields on anyone under fire. And talent it in interesting ways. Talent it to defend buildings. Talent it to give heroes lifesteal, someone like Raynor, so they can avoid going the talent themselves. Last pick here, yep, and the Sonya. Tassadar Sonya. I called it. I like it. I'm happy about this. Makes sense. I like Team Huckin Spears lineup, and Immortal Esports is in dire need of support. I would expect a Karazim or a Lieutenant. Yeah, there's a Lieutenant Morales. Nice, nice. Okay. Okay. Let us get started. Pull up the game. Make sure everyone's on their picks. Someone's on a Murky. Yeah, Murky was definitely not not picked. Make sure everyone readies up. 6 out of 10. It's supposed to be a Jaina. Not Worgen. Make sure everyone's got their proper heroes. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, everyone is ready. Troops are assembled. Let's get it on. We have an exciting draft here from both teams. There's going to be some very fun heroes to watch. Team fights are going to be absolutely insane. A lot of damage potential from both teams. Burst power, gank power. We're going to see some very interesting fights here, ladies and gentlemen. Along with the chaos that a Garden Terror itself can cause, whether attempting to get the seeds, trying to avoid that ground pound and the root, once you're controlling the Terror yourself. Let's see what strategies both teams employ to win the match.
The battle begins shortly, heroes.
And on the side of Team Huckin Spears, we have Greg and Ham on the Raynor, Paragon, the captain, on the Sonya, Dark on the Johanna, Jammers providing the secondary support backup, and the Gensic on the Tyrande, and Nick on the Lieutenant Morales, captain for Mortal Esports, Ghost Dragon on the Jaina, Esquire Sandwich on the Muradin, Surround and Pound on the Lunara, and bottom lane, Jonicles on the Zagara. Nice Owl Scout from Tyrande, showing this 4 enemy mid, posturing in the bushes here. Oracle by Tassadar, revealing anything in the fog. Not going to find any heroes, though. I'm not sure what that Tassadar Psystorm was exactly. A Scouting Wisp by Lunara. Just making sure no one's going to gank her in those bushes. Zagara Tassadar bottom. This is an ideal matchup for both heroes, really. Tassadar is one of the few people who can lane quite comfortably against Zagara, actually. through shields and a Psy Storm to clear out her creep tumors. The Murd and Jaina patiently waiting, attempting to gank the Sonya. A nice burst into a Blizzard, Thunderclap, but Whirlwind away, plus a Tyrande heal will easily save the Sonya's life. Oh, a counter engage though. Sonya may be in a bit of trouble here. And is this first blood? Can they secure the yes? The Lunara poison tick, along with a last second Lieutenant Morales grenade. A little greedy by the Sonya there with the spear in. If she had noticed middle, she would have seen Mortal Esports team rotating up to help out their Jaina. A glare by Johanna will disengage. Meanwhile, Zagara comfortably pushing bottom lane, spreading around her creep tuners. And with the advent of this Seeds, let's see who will claim a terror first. Lunara bullying Tassadar for some Seeds. Tassadar taking a lot of damage here. Shield spamming and invulnerable being out. He will be fine with the... Meanwhile, Sonya and Tyrande top lane take on the terror, that damage amp. Tassadar and Zagara still sitting bottom, soaking, defending. Murden looking to go middle to counter that Johanna. And while Jaina, Lunar, and Morales comfortably chip away at this terror. For Mortal Esports. Same thing for top though. $93 seeds, 95, 96, 97. Mortal Esports is 3 seeds short of a terror. There will be no terrorizing tonight for either teams. Oh, there's still a seed left. They can steal it. Steal it. Nobody's stealing it. Boo. See seed, take seed. Maybe Lieutenant Morales. Do it, Nick. Do it. Okay, nobody wants the seed. Nobody cares. It's 1 seed. Well, this Rainer may want the seed. There you go. Yay! Rainer wins a prize. I don't know what he wins, but he wins it. Awesome. Zagara switched to middle lane. Doesn't want to deal with that Tassadar. Bottom. Morales, Lunar comfortably ticking away this Sonya up here. And looks like a good time. Let's talk about some talents. Sonya, of course, taking the War Paint. Basic attacks healer. And focused attack. Bonus damage to heroes every 10 seconds or less. Ranger's Mark, of course, cooldown on the Tyrande. And focused attack on the Tyrande. Very interesting. Although, given they have double support, she can get away with not needing to go healing ward or shield here or something like that. Rainer, of course, Seasoned Marksman, focused attack, pure damage build. Tassadar, the Conjurer's Pursuit. He is in need of that regen. He's a pretty mana-heavy hero. The Leeching Plasma, ensuring his shielded teammates will gain HP back when they hit things. Johanna taking Night Takes Pawn for the extra wave clear. And, of course, Laws of Hope for that self-burst heal. She's probably take a lot of hits here from the Zagara and the Jaina. Unnecessary. You want to avoid taking that much HP damage if you don't have to. And over level 7 for both teams. Get to talk about talents again. Follow through, of course, on the Sonya. Damage focused build. Rainer takes the overdrive for increased movement speed. Tassadar gives the indefinite shields as long as they don't get bursted by damage. Ooh, Tassadar got killed bottom by the Murd and Jaina. I missed it. I'm sorry. That was a first blood, though. No, excuse me. Second blood going the way of Mortal Esports. Living up to their name. Johanna, of course, taking the battle momentum, one of the more common traits for the Johannas to pick up, ensuring she can spam her spells. And on this side of Mortal Esports, we have the Trauma Trigger from Morales, helps her avoid damage when getting dived. Advanced Block, even more self-defense, smart versus dive-heavy heroes like the Sonya. And then, of course, the Renewed Cleanse, which actually makes you completely unstoppable for a full second. Zagara going for the health buff. Envenom Spines and Endless Creep, very standard Zagara build. Sonya slamming onto Lieutenant Morales with a spear and a seismic slam. Taking a Wrath out on this Lunara, but Lunara has Lieutenant Morales behind her. Doesn't really care. I like that Oracle by Tassadar. It was smart because if you weren't looking at the map, the enemy team might have been coming up the lane here to help gank. It's a reflexive move, I think, by him. I appreciate it. Seeds are out in 15 seconds. Rainer may be looking to put on the hurt, bottom, but Jaina hiding in the bushes. Oh, Frostbolt. It's cold, Jaina, real cold. Both teams approaching level 10. Verdant, of course, Thunderclap, Piercing Bolt build, pretty normal. Lunara going the Spores build. The Nimble Wisp letting her scout more. And Jaina going for a pure Frostbolt build. Extra range, piercing, and reduction on hit. Already chilled targets. Zagara's endless creep proving to indeed be endless. That is, it is now spread across quite a large portion of the map. Mortal Esports posturing bottom for the Terror. Terror's already growing on both teams. Let's see who will pick them up first. Level 10 though. Level 10, Mortal Esports doesn't have level 10, this could be very dangerous. But perhaps a solid disengage. Muradin, of course, can leap out. Zagara, though, stepping a little out of position. Everyone is level 10 now. Wrath of the Berserker for Sonya. Shadowstock already used by the Tyrande, attempt to gank. Raynor taking the standard Hyperion. All the seeds going the way of Team Huckin Spears, though, on the bottom. Force Wall for Tassadar. Have to watch out. Mortal Esports can get cut off. Blessed Shield on the Johanna. Stimpack for Lieutenant Morales. Probably looking to use that on the Lunara, maybe even the Muradin in Avatar form. Zagara, of course, devouring Ma. Nice engage or disengage. Avatar and Muradin. There's a stun. Nothing will really happen. Leaping Strike on the Sonya. Excuse me, on the Lunara. Was looking at the Sonya getting hit. And Jaina going for Summon Water Elemental. Offers a bit more battlefield control than the Ring of Frost. This Terror beating down the Jaina. Of course, both Terrors are out on the map now. Mortal Esports opting for a more defensive Terror in an attempt to secure more seeds for themselves, which is probably a good idea in this particular instance. The ground and pound, though, oh, stunning that Terror. That Terror is going to go down any moment. Both Terrors are going to go down. There's a Raynor Hyperion. We have a Muradin Avatar. Muradin dropping very quickly, forced to leap out. Where's the Lieutenant Morales heal? Almost getting killed by that Owl. However, Mortal Esports securing themselves a double Terror with 106 seeds. Their audacity paying off in the top middle here. Zagara defending quite nicely. Oh, that fort is going to go down, however, despite her best efforts, as well as this middle tower. Raynor says, F you, tower. Ghost Dragon has left the game. Oops, I think we need a pause. Had a instance like this the other day where a bot took over and took a bunch of bad talents, had to restart the whole game. It was terrible. So oh, he's back. Okay. We are good to go. Back in the game here. Looks like he's still... Ooh, Zagara, possibly in danger of getting yanked, attempting... No, not to dismount the Raynor. Oh, Zagara. A full 5-man gank on poor old Zagara. She wasn't really in a position to run away there, unfortunately. I like that she didn't waste her Ma. A lot of players will panic when they're being ganked like that. Throw down the Ma anyway. And then by the time they revive, something like Ma, of course, with a 100-second cooldown, not something you just want to throw away like that. So I like the patience on the Zagara, having the foresight not to waste the Ma. Level 13 rapidly approaching for Team Huckin Spears. A Terror out on the side of Mortal Esports. And who's in it? Lunara is in the Terror, interestingly enough. While the rest of Mortal Esports comfortably pushes down top lane. However, the entire team of Team Huckin Spears hot on the heels, hot on the heels of the Lunara Terror, going bottom yet again to plant down another seed and make a run for it. You do not want to stay around there, Lunara. You will be very unhappy. Level 13 on both teams now. Sonya going for the reduced spear and cooldown. Spear cooldown and always pulls. Overflowing light on the Lunara. Giant killer on the Rainer. Burning rage on the Johanna. Tassadar opting, of course, for prescient dimensional shift will automatically activate when he's low on health, making him harder to gank. Rainer using... Oh, there's a nice Zagarma on the Sonya. We use Hyperion, Avatar on the Muradin. Baneling's going in, hitting nothing. Sorry, Banelings, you don't get to blow anything up right now. They must be very sad about that. They died for nothing. Zagara, just making sure no one's coming in there. I like that. Making sure to get that endless creep out. Couples therapy on the Morales, ensuring she can heal herself. Mutalisk on the Zagara for increased duration and flying. Muradin going for the single target Thunderstrike. Lunara, unfair advantage. Nature's Toxin dealing more damage to heroes already slowed. Considering they have a Jaina and a Muradin, that's pretty good talent to have. Nice synergy. Icy Veins on the Jaina, going the aggressive Jaina burst build over the safety net of Ice Block. Let's hope she will not live to regret her decision. Let's just hope she lives. Now, Team Huckin Spears here has a very quick terror. If they would pick up all these little seeds. There we go. Tyrande. I mean, a little silly there. Tyrande damage amps right, and she's off to the side getting the small seeds instead of hitting the big terror with her teammates and the damage amp on Hunter's Mark. I wouldn't go as far as to call that a misplay on her part, but she should have had somebody else clear the seeds, or have all 5 of them clear the big terror, then go get the small seeds. But I understand the compulsion to get the side camps, so nobody rides in and steals them. A nice mercenary push here by Mortal Esports, top lane. Of course, same thing for the bottom of Team Huckin Spears. Those Bruisers looking to get some tower action, however they will quickly be denied by both teams. No tower action for you. Oh, now it is Huckin Spears' turn to have a terror. Meanwhile, Mortal Esports is yet again just a few seeds short of having a terror themselves. Zagara probably pretty happy with this creep spread and vision. Jaina attempting to poke at the terror, but will be unsuccessful. Clearly, Huckin Spears looking to take a fort top. The rest of the team content to hover middle and pressure the rest of the red team into not leaving. This fort's at half health. It is a pretty easy target. There goes Hyperion. You might see a Zagarma. Yep, there's a Zagarma. Condemn, but they aren't having none of that. Unable to follow up on the Ma due to the aggression of Johanna and Sonya and the Terror. The fort will get taken down with only 2 ultimates used on each team. A nice Johanna condemn, Shadowstalk blind, Banelings. Clearly, the Banelings scared off the entirety of Team Huckin Spears there. I would probably run if I saw squiggly little green things rolling at me at high speed. And they did too. Well played, Zagara. Well played. You just saved your team. More creep vision. However, the Terror, who's in the Terror? I don't know. This doesn't show names. Individual statistics, though. Leave that up there a minute. Who's Jamara? Oh, it's Jammers. Sorry, Jammers in the Terror. Terror's dead, though. The assault will continue out of the force wall by Tassadar, saying, I don't want you to kill this plant seed. Yeah, actually, I forget what that's called exactly. I just call it the seed. The plant seed. The seed plant. That's probably not what it's really called, though. Both teams looking to take some mercenary camps now. There are 4 siege camps available on the map. Will Mortal Esports be bold enough to go and gank Team Huckin Spears at their seed camp? They would like to, but Tassadar says, you shall not pass. Burden says, I will. And here's an Avatar. I don't know what Zagara is doing up front. Ma. Oh, that was a nice mob. Zagara nearly paid for it with her life, as well as Murden. Murden's leaping in. He is beyond dead, unfortunately. Oh my goodness. Is he going to live? Wow. I don't know how Murden lived, and somehow Johanna died. That was an interesting turn of events. Nobody focus fired the Muradin, but Mortal Esports will be happy with that exchange. They didn't get the siege camp, but they did pick off a Johanna with a still 25-second death timer, and Knight is out right now, which will allow Mortal Esports to easily secure more seeds. But first they say, we want this fort middle. Little misplay there. They could have taken the seed camp first, thus denying it to Team Huckin Spears. I guess they want their siege camps instead. 4 seeds to a terror, guys. You can do it. They've really allowed Mortal Huckin Spears here to catch up on seeds. Almost completely. Zagara going back to take the terror. Meanwhile, Team Huckin Spears will probably stick Tassadar in the terror again. He's a good option, especially with his survivability. Speaking of options, let's have a look at those 16 talents. Nerves of Steel on Sonya, giving her a shield. That True Shot Aura on Tyrande, 15% bonus damage to nearby allies. Raynor going for the Penetrating Round Stun, which has been nerfed to a 1-second stun over a 1.5. Tassadar, the Dimensional Shift, gaining move speed and health. Johanna going for the damage. Interesting, more of a damagey build with Blessed Hammer. Morales going for the second grenade. Zagara, of course, 2 charges of Hunter Killer. Rudin opting for the massive heal of Stone Form. Invigorating Spores on the Lunara. Gains attack speed. And the damage amp Northern Exposure in Jaina's Cone of Cold. The blue Team Huckin Spears Terror forced to go top to clear out that heavy Merc push. An aggressive leap in by Muradin. There's a Maw, Avatar, Bolt. What will we see out of the Maw, if anything? Baneling, boom, wow. That was just absolutely melted. Burst damage. That is Sonya, Tyrande, and Raynor instantly annihilated. Unable to use, well, yeah, they didn't. Raynor or Tyrande were unable to use their ultimates there. Not sure what made them wait. They could have popped them a little sooner. I know they got Zagara mod, but the mod wasn't instant. Maybe they didn't thought, well, this is game. Mortal Esports will strike the mortal blow to Team Huckin Spears core. And there is a stim back on the Jaina, a victory stim, if you will. GG, ladies and gents. The Tassadar in the enemy base, looking to push. Interesting. I was I was feeling like Team Huckin Spears might have had that one up until the very end. They were looking good until that gank happened bottom, and oof, they got steamrolled. That was unfortunate, but that is the nature of Heroes. It's all about the late game fight, whoever wins last. If you die around level 20, pretty much the game's probably going to be over for you if 3 to 4 people on your team die. It's the way the game works. GG, well played to both teams. I liked the picks. There wasn't quite as much action as I expected for an 18-minute game, only a total of 8 hero kills. I don't even know what the math on that is exactly, but it's not very much, especially considering I think 4 of those kills happened in the last minute of the game, so it's pretty much 4 kills all game long. So I was hoping for a bit more of a showdown between the teams, but that doesn't mean that anyone played badly. There was a lot of great poke by both teams. There was good rotations. There was good use of terror. Overall, good team play on collecting the seeds. Always like to see that. Like the Tassadar scouting a lot, using the Oracle, Jaina using the Wisp, Zagara using the Creep, Tyrande using the Owl. Both teams had quite a bit of vision components available to them. Both teams had strong team fight, strong push, but in the end, it was Mortal Esports who won the day with that final super gank, the aggressive Muradin jump in, and followed up by the Zagarma a moment later. Surprised Raynor and Tyrande didn't ult right away with Shadowstalk, and Hyperion would have been a nice disengage and possibly forced Mortal Esports back a little bit, or at least made it harder for them to chase them down. But Raynor and Tyrande just instantly melted, and Sonya died a few seconds later, and Tassadar unfortunately wasn't there. He was in the Terror on the other side of the map. Indeed, Lunara is a beast. Kept up with hero damage in Jaina, not surprising. Zagara, of course, taking the top damage, not terribly surprising there. I mean, they hit level 20 so late they didn't even really get a chance to take their talents. Rewind on Muradin, of course, and Arcane Power on the Jaina. Jaina going for... That's probably... Oh, that's how they died so fast. Bottom is because they ate a Northern Exposure from the Jaina, probably followed up with Icy Veins. And of course, the Lunara damage as well, which is a lot. People being slowed, that deals more damage. And increases our attack speed for even more damage. Yeah, I wasn't quite watching that. They really died too fast for me to really tell what hit them, so I couldn't call it out in the fight as I would have liked to. But looking at the talents here, it must have been what happened. It had to. Muradin and Zagara alone don't kill people that fast, and Lunara can't hit more than one target, really. At least, I mean, she obviously spits poison through her abilities, but her auto attack is a major source of her burst power. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. The video will be up on my stream, on my YouTube channel. If anyone wants to watch it for either team. Thanks for watching the stream, everyone. I'll be casting next Monday and Thursday. For more ChairLeague goodness. I had fun casting these teams tonight. Maybe I will see Mortal Esports another time next week. But well played to both teams, and good luck moving forward.